Good morning, students. Today I'll be continuing with the rest of the lesson, my childhood. I hope you have gone through it and I hope you have remembered what I have explained to you. My childhood was written by APJ Abdul Kalam Azad. It was his autobiography. And he was a great scientist, a statesman. Because of his contribution, India entered the space. He was the one through which India experimented with the nuclear projects. Okay, and do you remember that I have already explained to you that how his parents were very selfless person, very austere person. His mother used to feed many persons during day. His father was a very good person, very good at heart. He had everything a child could desire for. So he was never, never in need of I want this or I want that, but he was very economically, emotionally, mentally secured. So in 1939, when the World War broke out, he used to go and collect the tamarind seeds and deliver it in one of the provision shops, and which is to make him earn a princely amount of 1 anna. So that was a very princely amount, generous amount for him during that time. And after that, when India was forced to participate in the World War with Allied forces, because as India was under the British rule, when UK participated in the World War, India too was forced to participate in it. So the first casualty that came in Rameshwaram during that time was the halt of the train in that Rameshwaram station. So that problem then arose was that the papers that is to come, Dinamani, the name of the paper that is to be circulated among the people of Rameshwaram during those days, was that it was bundled and thrown out from the train. So his cousin Samsuddin needed urgently help, in which Kalam totally fitted in. So that was the time, he still remembers that was the time his cousin gave him the first wage. It was his first wage. After 50 years also, he still remembers that was his first income that he earned. So now let's continue from paragraph 4. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment, and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. Now, like he says that every child is born with some inherited characteristics. Every family, every culture, every religion in which we are born, we have different characteristics in it. Like when I get up, I offer my prayers, I get up. That is all inherited. That my parents taught me. I'll be teaching it to my children. My children will be teaching it to theirs. So it will be going on. It's a tradition. It's an inherited characteristics. Not only this, how you cook, how you maintain your family, the rule of the families. Each and every family has a particular rule. So every family, he says that every single person is born with a single characteristic inheritance into specific socio-economic and emotional environment, and trained in certain ways to figure the authority. I inherited honesty, self-discipline from my father. So as a child, since birth, since when he could figure out, he could speak, he was inculcated with some kinds of qualities, some kinds of rules, some kinds of discipline within the family. So he said that I inherited honesty. Honesty was there in his family. Self-discipline, you need to be disciplined. All this thing he inherited from his father. From my mother, he inherited faith in goodness, deep kindness. So he inherited from his mother goodness, kindness, kindness towards poor, kindness towards your fellow person. And so did my three brothers and sisters. So he had other siblings also. They too inculcated the same qualities. They inherited the same thing from their parents. I had three close friends in my childhood: Ramananda Shastri, Aravindan, and Shiva Prakashan. All these three boys, he had three friends: Ramananda Shastri, Aravindan, and Shiva Prakashan. Please underline these three names. You might get a question: name the three friends of the author of my childhood. Now, all these three boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. Now, when one says Orthodox, means you have that belief that you are not going to mingle it with any other beliefs. What you have is yours. You are not going to mix it up. So it's a doctrine, established doctrine of a religion is Orthodox. So these three friends of his, very close, best friends of his, belonged to Orthodox Brahmin, Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of us ever felt any difference among ourselves because of the religious differences and upbringing. So as a child, like nowadays, we can see all the indifferences all the differences going on between all the cultures, Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, Sikhs, and all this, Parsis and all. But during those time in which Kalam was born, he said that there was no religious indifferences. They were all born up together. They were all brought up together. They studied together. You are a Hindu, you are a Muslim. That was nothing like that. In fact, Ramananda Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the high priest of Rameshwaram temple. Now, Ramananda Shastri was the son of the highest priest. He was the highest priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Now, Rameshwaram temple is a very famous temple in this place of Rameshwaram. It is here where Lord Rama performed his puja he offered to goddesses here before going to Sri Lanka to bring his abdicated wife. So this is a very celebrated temple, very famous temple, and it's the Hindus, not only Hindus, every people from outside India also, they come and offer here, offer the puja here or offer the devotion here. So he was the highest priest. Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, father of Ramananda Shastri, was the highest priest in that temple. So later Ramananda Shastri also, he took over priesthood from his father. Aravindam went into business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims. Now, Aravindam, what did he do when he became big, in youth or adulthood? He went to the business of arranging this transportation for all the pilgrimages, all the pilgrims who came to visit the Rameshwaram temple. And Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for Southern Railways. Now, catering contractor for Southern Railways is that when you go like Haflam to Guwahati is not a matter, but when you go to far off places, like you may say Kolkata or Madras, Chennai or Delhi, Mumbai, far from Assam. Within Assam, you don't you might get when you travel from Dibrugarh to Guwahati or Tinsukia to Guwahati. You'll be provided with food, drinks, and all these things through the catering system. When you travel far, you get catering system in the train. So, excuse me, Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor of Southern Railways. So during the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site situated in the middle of the pond called Ramatirtha, which was near our house. Now, what was the occupation of the author's parents? I mean, the father. His family used to arrange boats for Sita Rama Kalyanam. Now, what is Sita Rama Kalyanam? Sita Rama Kalyanam, Kalyanam in Tamil or in South Indian languages means marriage. So there is a ritual in which Rama and Sita gets married. I mean the idols. The idol gets married, so the parents of the author, the family of the author used to arrange boats to take the idols in the boat to a pond known as Ramatirtha near Kalam's house. So they used to make a they used to put a wooden platform in the boat where they could place the idols of both Rama and Sita together so that they might not fall off, and they used to reach from the temple to the pond, Ramatirtha pond. They used to they used to arrange the transportation there. I mean the boat ride. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of Prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. Now, events of the Ramayana. Like, as you students, I hope you have heard many stories during bedtime. I hope your mother or your grandmother, your aunts, your father, anybody from your family might have told you about the stories about Christ, about fairies, about anything, about animal plants. Our first story that we literally hear are from our mother. So during bedtime, the stories that they heard from their grandmother and mother was the stories from Ramayana and stories of Prophet Muhammad. So I hope till paragraph 5 your explanation is clear. If not, then you please let me know. We'll continue the rest in the other class. Thank you.